I got saved at the age of 16 years old, and early in my walk with God, I was taught what it was to be a tither and the blessings behind tithing and giving your 10%, your first fruits to God.
I've been a tither since I started coming to the church here. I came in really broken and looking for change, and I heard it preached over the pulpit about tithing, and it was something that God asked us to do. So I believed in what God asked me to do, and I started to tithe. Well, I started tithing, and I remember there was a time in my life where work was really slow, and I really started to struggle with giving all of my 10%. I tested God. I said, you know what? I'm gonna pay my tithes. And so I started paying my tithes, and since I started paying my tithes faithfully, I haven't been without.
I caught the principle of tithing a little bit after I got saved. I didn't catch it right away because of where I came from. Coming from the streets, you don't have very much, and whenever you do get something, you hold on to it. And so giving did not come natural. I would kind of tip God a little bit. But it wasn't until I began to see the blessings in my friends' lives and my leaders and the people around me, and I really seen how they gave without hesitation, and God always provided for them.
Being a tither and really getting involved with what was going on here in the church, I seen God really move in my life. I seen doors open. I've been to prison, and I applied for the city of San Diego, and so that was an issue. But I seen God move through that, because now I've been working for the city of San Diego for 3 years.
I've seen God move in my walk throughout the years of my salvation. I learned to tithe at a young age, but I also learned to give my life fully to the Lord. And at a young age, God called me to the mission field. And being in the mission field, I didn't have a lot of family that supported me with hundreds of dollars each month. I didn't have a big support base for myself, but I had the provision of the Lord. And one of the really big times God really showed himself to us, as we were on our journey together, was on our wedding, during the time that we were planning our wedding. And I don't know, I never realized, I wasn't prepared for how stressful it could be, to plan a wedding and prepare everything. And I remember just looking at the budget and saying, man, God, I don't know how this is going to happen. I don't know how you're going to provide. I even would say, well, maybe we don't need this. And, Sister Georgina would be like, no, you got to believe God. You got to trust him. And God came through.
I seen God move, and just, we were worried about, paying this off or getting money for this, and it just always came through. And I know that was the blessings of God, just for us, giving our 10%.
We had the most beautiful wedding we could ever dream of. It was beyond our imagination. We walked in, and it was bigger and better than I could even imagine. But we want to be big givers. We want to be able to bless in large amounts and know that our money is not ours, but it's the Lord's. And with that, I believe that there's going to be a strong security for our family, for our children. And I know that the poverty mentality, the generational curses are broken through our giving.
I believe that God has great things for our lives, and I believe as we sow, that we're not only sowing for our future, but we're sowing for our children's future, And I just believe in doing all that God has for us and just being faithful, because we serve a faithful God, and I know that he has a great plan for our lives, but also for our families, our children, and our friends.